You answered every message within minutes. You rearranged your schedule to fit his. You were always there, always accessible, always ready to show up whenever he needed you. But the moment you stopped being available 24/7, he started thinking about you 24/7. Because now, he feels the silence. He notices the shift. And suddenly, he doesn't know what to do with the space where your constant presence used to be. Today, we're going to talk about why pulling back your accessibility is one of the most powerful shifts you can make, and how it changes everything. When you're always available, he stops appreciating it. Let me ask you something. Have you ever been the person who always texts back immediately? Who always picks up the phone? Who always says yes when he asks to see you, even if you had other plans? If so, I want you to understand something crucial. Constant availability teaches him there's no urgency. There's no need for him to step up, to plan ahead, or to prioritize you, because you're always going to be there anyway. The more you show up without being asked, without reciprocation, without him having to earn it, the more he begins to expect it. What started as you being kind, caring, and present slowly becomes the baseline. It becomes routine. And routines? They're easy to take for granted. You became part of his comfort zone. And here's the thing about comfort zones, people don't question them. They don't cherish them. They just exist in them, passively, until something disrupts the pattern. And that disruption? That's you pulling back. The psychology behind scarcity and emotional shift. Now let's talk about why this shift actually works on a psychological level, because this isn't just about playing games or being cold. This is rooted in human behavior and how we assign value. First, there's the scarcity principle. This is one of the most well-documented psychological phenomena. Humans place more value on what feels rare, uncertain, or limited. When you were always available, you became predictable. And predictability, while comfortable, doesn't create desire. But the moment you become less accessible, you become a mystery again. You become something he has to think about, rather than something he can rely on without effort. Second, there's pattern disruption. His brain had gotten used to a certain rhythm with you. You texted first. You replied instantly. You initiated plans. You chased the connection. When you stop doing those things, it disrupts his emotional autopilot. He notices. And that noticing forces him into a state of awareness he wasn't in before. He starts paying attention because the familiar pattern is broken. Third, your emotional withdrawal creates a mirror moment for him. When you pull back, he's forced to sit with his own level of effort, or lack thereof. He can no longer coast on your energy. He has to confront the reality of how little he was contributing, how one-sided things had become. Your absence becomes a reflection of what he wasn't doing. And that reflection? It's uncomfortable. It makes him think. And finally, curiosity gets triggered by silence. When you stop filling the space with words, explanations, and reassurance, his mind fills it instead. He starts asking himself questions. What happened? Why is she different? Is she moving on? Is someone else getting the energy I used to get for free? And those questions don't just sit quietly in his mind, they loop. They repeat. They obsess. This is why your silence becomes louder than your presence ever was. What he feels when you create space. So let's get specific. What is he actually feeling when you shift your energy and create space? Confusion. At first, he's genuinely confused. She's acting different. Why isn't she texting me like she used to? Why isn't she as available? Did I do something wrong? He's trying to figure out what changed, because his comfortable routine just got interrupted. Intrigue. After the confusion settles, intrigue kicks in. Why isn't she reacting the way she used to? Why isn't she chasing me anymore? What's going on in her life that I don't know about? Suddenly, you're interesting again. You're not an open book. You're a question mark. Anxiety. Then comes the anxiety. Did I lose her attention? Is she losing interest in me? Is she seeing someone else? Anxiety doesn't feel good, but it does something powerful. It makes him move. It makes him reach out. It makes him try. Obsession. And if the space continues, obsession can set in. Who has her time now? Why isn't she as invested? What do I need to do to get her attention back? He starts thinking about you more than he did when you were fully available. Ironically, your absence makes you more present in his mind than your constant presence ever did. This is the emotional shift that happens when you stop being accessible 24/7. He goes from passive comfort to active pursuit, all because you stopped doing the pursuing for him. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. Okay, but how do I actually do this without being cold, manipulative, or playing games? Great question. Because here's the truth, this shift only works when it comes from a place of genuine self-respect, not from a place of trying to control his behavior. So let me give you some practical, healthy ways to create space. Stop over-responding. If he sends you a text, you don't need to reply within 30 seconds. Let some messages breathe. Take an hour. Take 3 hours. Take a day if you need to. Not because you're trying to make him wait, but because you're living your life and your phone isn't the center of it. Make your time sacred again. Stop canceling plans with your friends, your family, or yourself just because he suddenly wants to hang out. If you already have something scheduled, honor it. Let him know you're unavailable and suggest another time. This teaches him that your time has value and that access to you requires planning and respect. Reclaim your focus. Pour energy into yourself. Your passions. Your goals. Your peace. Go to that workout class. Work on your business. Read that book. Spend time with people who uplift you. When you're genuinely focused on your own life, you're not sitting around waiting for his texts. And that energy shift is palpable. He feels it. Don't explain your silence. This is a big one. You don't owe him a dissertation on why you're not as available. You don't need to justify your boundaries or explain why you're prioritizing yourself. Your energy shift is self-explanatory. Let it speak for itself. And here's the key, this isn't about ignoring him. It's not about punishing him. It's about prioritizing you. It's about reclaiming your energy and letting him experience what it's like to not have unlimited access to you anymore. But let's talk about what not to do, because there are some common mistakes that can turn this healthy boundary into toxic behavior. Don't go silent just to get a reaction. If your only goal is to manipulate him into chasing you, that's not empowerment, that's game playing. And it will backfire. This shift has to come from a genuine place of self-focus, not from a place of trying to control his feelings. Don't ghost or give the silent treatment. There's a difference between creating healthy space and disappearing without explanation as a form of punishment. One is mature. The other is passive-aggressive. If he asks if something's wrong, you can calmly say, "Nothing's wrong. I've just been focusing on myself lately." That's honest. That's clear. That's powerful. Don't break your own boundary the moment he gives you temporary attention. This is the biggest trap. He finally reaches out after you've pulled back, and suddenly you're right back to being available 24/7. No. Hold the line. If he wants consistent access to you, he needs to show consistent effort. Not just a sporadic text when he feels your absence. Remember, this shift works best when it comes from authentic detachment, not emotional punishment. You're not trying to hurt him. You're protecting your energy and requiring him to meet you with equal investment. So how do you hold this new energy without guilt, without second-guessing yourself, without caving the moment it feels uncomfortable? First, remind yourself of this truth: if you're always available, you're easy to take for granted. That's not a judgment. It's just human nature. We don't value what we don't have to work for. And you deserve to be valued. Let him initiate more. You've been the one carrying the conversation, making the plans, checking in. Now, let him step up. Let him text first. Let him ask you out. Let him put in effort. And if he doesn't? That tells you everything you need to know about how much he actually values your presence. Use affirmations to anchor yourself in this new mindset. Say these to yourself daily. I'm not afraid to be missed. My presence is a privilege, not a given. His confusion is not my cue to over-explain. I don't need to chase to be chosen. My energy is valuable, and I protect it. These affirmations will help you stay grounded when doubt creeps in. Because it will creep in. You'll wonder if you're doing the right thing. You'll feel the pull to reach out, to explain, to go back to the way things were. Don't. Stay the course. Also, remember this, the discomfort you feel when you pull back is temporary. But the pattern you create by staying in it? That becomes permanent. And that pattern will either lead to a healthier dynamic where he actually shows up for you, or it will lead to clarity that he was never going to. Either outcome is better than staying in a one-sided connection where you're the only one trying. So what can you expect once you've made this shift? What are the possible outcomes? Outcome 1, he reaches out more. He starts trying harder. He notices the shift and realizes he was taking you for granted. He starts initiating conversations. He starts making plans. He starts showing up in ways he didn't before. This is the best-case scenario, and it happens more often than you'd think when a man truly values you but had just gotten comfortable. Outcome 2, he asks if something's wrong because he feels uncertain. He'll reach out with confusion. Are you okay? You've been distant. This is his way of testing the waters, trying to figure out what changed. How you respond here matters. Keep it simple. Keep it calm. I'm good. Just been focusing on my own life more. You don't owe him more than that. Outcome 3, he fades completely. And this one stings, but it's also the most clarifying. If he disappears the moment you stop being fully available, that tells you he was only there for convenience. He didn't value you, he valued the easy access. And as painful as that realization is, it saves you from wasting more time on someone who was never going to meet you halfway. Here's the truth, either way, you win. Because you're no longer feeding dead connections with living energy. You're no longer pouring into someone who isn't pouring back. You're honoring yourself. And that is always the right choice. Let me leave you with this. You don't need to chase to be chosen. You don't need to be available 24/7 to be valued. In fact, the opposite is true. When you protect your time, your presence, and your energy, you teach people how to treat you. You show them that access to you is earned, not assumed. This isn't about playing games. It's not about being cold or unavailable. It's about self-respect. It's about knowing your worth and refusing to settle for breadcrumbs when you deserve the whole meal. So start protecting your energy. Start creating space. Start letting your silence speak. And watch how everything shifts. Because when you stop being accessible 24/7, he doesn't just start thinking about you 24/7, he starts realizing what he had, what he lost, and what he needs to do to earn it back. And if he doesn't? Then you just freed yourself from someone who was never going to value you the way you deserve. That's not a loss. That's a win. Now I want to hear from you. Have you ever pulled back your availability and noticed how someone's behavior completely changed? Have you experienced the shift from being the chaser to being the one who's chased? Drop a comment below and let me know your story. And if you're ready to stop being available for people who are emotionally unavailable, hit that subscribe button because we're going deep into these topics every single week. Next, I want you to watch this video where we talk about how to stay emotionally detached without shutting down completely. It's the perfect follow-up to what we covered today. Until next time, remember, your presence is powerful. Protect it.